To Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for another action event, plus a Wacky Wheels Figure 8 Demo Derby. Before we go racing, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, if you could, remove your caps as we pay tribute to our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what surprise last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
off at turn 4, and the green is out. And it's Michael Norris in car 72 from the outside pole grabbing the lead as they head down the back straightaway. Jim Lepro in car 6 is second. Then it's Brandon Burgoon in the 17. Al Talla the 02 and the 91 of Tommy Beck. Young Michael Norris, the 17-year-old, down the back straightaway. Carries the lead into 3. Lepro still second, then Burgoon, and now Atala to the inside of Burgoon for third off of 4. 2 laps in. Bobby Marietta in a 93 car off the wall up in turn 4, limping to the inside of the racetrack. Caution is out for car 93, the Dick Ruse Auto Parts and Machine all-round fence 93. That is a Ford-powered GRT. Bobby Marietta, the driver, out of New Salem. Norris in the 72, Jim Lepro in the 6. We've got 2 laps down and 6 to go, and the green is out. Norris is still your leader as they head off into turn 1. Here comes Lepro trying to move to the outside, and the inside lane is open, and Brandon Burgoon will drive by for the lead. Tommy Beck in the 91 now challenging Norris for second. It's Atala and Lepro wheel to wheel for fourth off of 4. 3 laps in. Brandon Burgoon out in front, Tommy Beck into second. He started this race way at the back. Norris pushes up the banking. He drops all the way to 5th in car 72. Red Miley now trying to take 5th away from Michael Norris off of 4 down the front straightaway. They're wheel to wheels. They head into turn number 1. A little bit of contact there. Miley makes the pass. Atala now on his horse trying to move by Lepro for 3rd in the 02. Bobby Marietta back into the pits in car 93. We stay green. Five laps down. Big lead for the Allegheny Medal finishing Three Rivers Scrap Medal 17 of Brandon Burgoon. Already a 2-time winner in 2009. Beck second, Atala third. Lepro fourth, Miley fifth. And the 2 drivers who started on the front row, Michael Norris and Chuck Medved. White flag waving. Your points leader out of McDonald in the 17 car, Brandon Burgoon, takes the opening heat race win. Tommy Beck second, Al Atala third, Jimmy Lepro fourth, and Ben Miley fifth. Second of two heats for your dirt cars, super late models. Brandon Waring off into turns 1 and 2 with the early lead. Steffens second, Baker third. Here comes Charlier trying to get back to fourth, maybe more into turn 3. He's up top, everybody else running down low. Off of 4, the midway missile getting after it on the high side. Steffens comes up and Charlier has to get out of the gas in a hurry. It's Brandon Waring, your leader, Jimmy Steffens, Steve Baker, and Daryl Charlier in a doozy of a battle into turn number 3. Kyle Luke on 5th. Charlier just got a piece of the wall up there in 4. Got out of the throttle and lost all his side bite. Brandon Waring still leads over Jim Steffens. Steve Baker third. Baker goes to the outside in 3 and 4. Charlier fourth, Lucan fifth, and it's Leo Stadelman. Here comes Baker. He'll squeeze between Steffens and the wall. Looking for second. He makes the pass in turn 2. Coming to halfway, Brandon Waring's been your leader from the get-go. Brandon had his career best finish here earlier this month, a 3rd place. He's got the rear spoiler pulling loose on the left side. The spoiler in the back of the car has pulled loose on the left side, but it hasn't slowed him down much. Baker and Steffens trying to close the gap. Brandon going in low, coming out high in this corner entry in 3 and 4. Still your leader with 3 laps to go. Baker goes low side in turn 2, trying to pick up a little more ground. Meantime, the race for 4th. Daryl Charlier in the 27 and Kyle Lucan in the 1. Wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Baker continues to close the gap. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Side by side still for 4th and 5th. Daryl Charlier and Kyle Lucan. Charlier just ahead now down the back straightaway. White flag waving for Brandon Waring. The West Virginia Rim Rider trying to put a charge on here at the end. Into 1 and 2. It's Waring in front, Baker second, Steffens third. The Bauer Machining B1 out of Callery. Brandon Waring's been your leader. Baker going to make it interesting in turn 4. Waring wins it by a car length, and happy to do so as he got that fist pumping out the window. Steve Baker second, Jimmy Steffens third, Daryl Charlier fourth, and Kyle Lucan fifth. Curry from Dormont. Dennis Niederreiter from Burgettstown these days, non-McDonald. Suburban McDonald. Green is out. Justin Lamb from outside pole takes the lead. Pole sitter Colton Flinner runs second, and Rocky Kugel's 7 car is third. Lamb going uphill off of turn 4. He's still in front. Niederreiter in the 09, Reft in the 9R run 4th and 5th as they head into turn 1. Steve Beatty is running 6th. Justin Lamb just ahead of Colton Flinner. Drag race down the front chute. Seven-lap heat race. Real race for the lead off of turn 2. Justin Lamb, Colton Flinner, and now Rocky Kugel joins the mix in the 7 car. Niederreiter 4th, Ref 5th, and Steve Beatty 6th as they head down the front chute into turn number 1. Justin Lamb by just a car length. Colton Flinner trying to pull even, and again Kugel with a great exit at turn 2 has joined the mix. We saw great racing all last weekend in the Pro Crate Late Model division, and we've seen it again here in this first heat race tonight. Michael Reff now 4th, Steve Beatty 5th. We're past the halfway mark. It's Colton Flinner edging ahead down the back straightaway. Justin Lamb to his outside. Rocky Kugel sideways in 3 and does a good job saving the car, but he spins out anyway. Caution on the speedway for the 7 of Rocky Kugel. The Paper Services Outlaws Rock Band Masters build. 2 to go. Colton Flinner, your leader now. This is the same way they started the race. Justin Lamb was able to get the jump then. Green is out, and they're about even Steven into turn 1. Flinner in the 75, Lamb in the 93, then it's Reff, and here comes Beatty in the B4 on the high side. He moves to 3rd. Colton Flinner still just ahead of Justin Lamb, Steve Beatty, Michael Reff, and Dennis Niederreiter, your top 5. And Ken Chernick and Dusty Curry. Curry moves by Chernick up into 6th. Chernick with a problem, it appears, in the C1. Now he's back up to speed down the back chute. Beatty going for 2nd. He's really got it crossed up over there, and 4 comes up. Justin Lamb bounces off of him. He's still in the gas. It's a wild and woolly world. Checkered flag. That was the final lap. Colton Flinner, your winner. Then Michael Reff, Steve Beatty, Dennis Niederreiter, Justin Lamb ends up back in 5th in the 93X. We are ready to go. 7 laps. Green is out. Darrell Dow from the pole is your early leader. Mark Moats in the 15 to 2nd. He's trying to take the lead. No. Decides to follow Darrell into turn 3. Bo Glemba on the inside of the 99. 3 wide for the lead, folks, in turn 4. Mark Moats Jr. is your new leader in car 15. Bo Glemba moves to 2nd. Here comes Dave Wade. He's in a hurry. He's up to 3rd. Lucon, who started 4th, is 5th and flying down the back chute. Lucon 4th now. Wade putting the pressure on Bo Glemba for 2nd. Dave Wade and Bo Glemba for 2nd at the halfway mark into turn 1. Laura Lucon 5th in the 84 car. 2 laps to go for Mark Moats Jr. The plumber, Dave Wade, 2nd. And Bo Glemba, who picked up his first career feature win back on the 4th of July, is 3rd with Lucon 4th and Lucon 5th. Brother and sister. Scott Shemp running 6th, then Darrell Dow, Tommy Dembowski, and Terry Kerr. 1 lap remaining. Bo Glemba trying to track down Dave Wade for 2nd after Wade had gotten by him a couple of laps ago. Into 3 and 4, checkered flag waving out of Hookstown. Mark Moats Jr. wins it. Wade gets 2nd, Glemba 3rd, Lucon 4th. Lady Laura Lucon 5th, then Scott Shemp, Tommy Dembowski, Darrell Dow, and Terry Kerr. He modifieds. Denny Nakutis in the 48, Sean Shearbaum in the 7, and the green is out. Big hole shot for Denny Nakutis in the 48. Sean Shearbaum in the 7 will be third as J.J. Bamidrider second in the 74 car. And closing on the leader as they exit turn 4. Here comes J.E. Stalter in the 17 J.E. He blasts into 4th. Still in front is Nakutis. Bamidrider second, Shearbaum third, Stalter 4th. Then it's Jim Petrell in the 7, the red 7. Oh, your leader spins. Your leader spins. The 48 of Denny Nakutis goes around. The caution is out. 6 laps remaining. J.J. Bamidrider inherits the leading car 74. Green is back out. Bamidrider in front. Shearbaum's Isley's number 7 is second. And then the Martinsbury Madman, he looks like he is in a hurry. J.E. Stalter is third. Kevin Miller moves the 4 to 4th. Stalter dives to the inside of Shearbaum. He's got second. He's going back top off of 4. It's still Bamidrider in front. Halfway, Kevin Miller into third in the 4M. The Toronto Tear tried to take third away from Sean Shearbaum down the back chute. Shearbaum on the outside, Miller on the low side. 2 laps to go for J.J. Bamidrider in the Stushes 74. Stalter second, and Denny Nakutis a problem again in the 48. Looks like he's got a flat right front tire. Yep. Right front is flat. He's headed to the pits. Oh, off of 2. Look out on the back straightaway. We've got ourselves a wreck. The 4 of Kevin Miller, the 7 of Sean Shearbaum, and the 7 of Jim Petrell. Green and come back around for the checkered. J.J. Bamidrider and J.E. Stalter in action-packed front row. The green is out. Down the back straightaway. Here they come off of turn number 4. Who's going to win it? It's going to be the Martins Ferry Madman, J.E. Stalter. Daryl Charlier, your leader, but Kerry Gasser tried to take it from him. As again, what a battle these two had last week. Kerry's in front right now. The Midway Missile is second. Martinek is third, and it's Bob Dameron fourth into turn number 1. It's Charlier back in front in turn 2, but maybe not for long. It's still Charlier now back in the lead. Kerry Gasser second. Martinek is third. Clayton Kennedy fourth as they head off into the first and second turn. Wayne Tessine now fifth in car 10 as Gasser closes back in on Tessine. Three down. Usually Charlier likes to be up top. Tonight he's running out on the low side and running well. And he extends the lead a little bit in the Parker Auto Center. And Napa Auto Parts number 12. 3 laps to go. Clayton Kennedy in the 9 challenging Tom Martinek for 3rd. And it's Wayne Tessine, Bob Damron, and Jared Dumhoff. A little paint exchange for 3rd down in 3 and 4. Martinek just ahead of Kennedy, still into 1. Clayton now goes by for the 3rd spot. Clayton Kennedy in the 9 car up to 3rd. This is lap 6, 1 lap to go, 1 to go. Daryl Charlier will get the win. Kerry Gasser 2nd, Clayton Kennedy 3rd, Tom Martinek 4th, and Wayne Tessine 5th. 27, 64, Craig Catellus and Don Bowerly Jr. in the 22. Seven laps the distance. Bobby Heim in front, Wayne Carbo 2nd in the 54. And it's Weldon the 45 and Kostelnik in the 47 as they head down the front chute. Battle continues. Heim just ahead of Carbo and Weldon. Kostelnik still 4th. Schwartzmiller in the 28, now 5th. Carbo trying to challenge Bobby Heim for the lead. He's going to try to duck under him in turn 4. A run down the front straightaway. We got ourselves a good one going into turn number 1. Bobby Heim just ahead of Wayne Carbo. Look out, Charlie DiLoretto auditioning for the Joey Chitwood Thrill Show. Does a 360. Come on, Charlie. Catch it in gear and go. Go. He's going. All right. My new favorite driver. Pat Weldon able to get around Wayne Carbo for 2nd in the 45. Schwartzmiller in the 28 now up to 4th. Two more laps to go for Bobby Heim, the R&J Meats 92. Adam Kostelnik in the 47 has spun out. We've got a caution. The AK Chassis Stands Transmissions, Poli Incorporated 47 brings out the caution. Green is out. There he goes, Pat Weldon on the high side. Sometimes that's the preferred line here with the momentum and the banking on this track. Oftentimes you want to be up high for the restarts or the start of the race. And look at him go. He takes the white flag one more time around the monster half mile. Craig Catellus 5th and trying to close in on the front 4. Weldon still your leader. Heim 2nd, Schwartzmiller 3rd, Carbo 4th, then Catellus, and spinning again is the 81. Can he do it on the back straightaway too? I'll tell you what, that Charlie D, he's got it down pat. Checkered flag waving for Pat Weldon. Bob Heim 2nd, Bob Schwartzmiller 3rd, Wayne Carbo 4th, Craig Catellus 5th. national points as well as their weekly track points here. Try to pick up some bonus money at the end of the season from Dirt Car. Green is out. Nick Kachuba from the pole leads the field into turn number 1. Jake Simmons moves quickly to second. Then it's Sportsman rookie Tyler Fox in the 39. He gets overtaken by the 9 of Kamaker on the outside, and this Dave Slade in the 4. Kachuba still your leader. Then it's Simmons, and here comes Kamaker in the 9. Catellus 4th, and it's Slade 5th, Fox 6th, Hanley 7th. In turn 2, Jake the Snake with a power dive to the inside, and he's got the hammer down the back straightaway. Kachuba trying to come right back on the outside of Simmons. Off of 4, it's Simmons just ahead of Kachuba. Kamaker 3rd, Craig Catellus, or not Craig Catellus, excuse me, Joey Catellus in the 79 car is 4th. Joey Catellus in the 79 4th, Pat Hanley in the 380 moves to 5th. Hanley to 380 now, moving by Catellus, or trying to, for 4th. The more concrete Simmons window cleaning 68X. Now Simmons still your leader over the Clarking Family Chiropractic Colonial Beer 10 of Kachuba. Kamaker 3rd, and the race for 4th continues between Joey Catellus in the 79 and the 380 of Pat Hanley. Tyler Fox in the 39 will spin the car between 1 and 2. Caution is out. Tyler Fox turns the 39 around. We've got a 2-lap shootout here. 2 laps to go. Green is out. Who's going to lead the last 2 laps here? Kachuba had the lead. Here comes Vince Kamaker on the high side of the 9. He's your new leader down the back chute. Kachuba charges back underneath him into 3. Joey Catellus 3rd. Pat Hanley is 4th. We've got a lap to go. Vince Kamaker. Checkered flag out for Kamaker out of Aliquippa. Kachuba 2nd, Catellus 3rd, Hanley 4th, and Tyler Fox and Dave Slade.
Taking the green flag is the OU2 of Ed Weiser. Four wide through turn 1. 3 wide down the back straightaway for the 2nd position. Brian Hutchko and Gary Catellus. Hutchko pulls up next to Ed Weiser to challenge for the lead down the front straightaway. Still side by side in turn 2. Hutchko takes the lead down the back straightaway. Ed Weiser being challenged for 2nd by Robbie Torrance. Contact on the front straightaway. Keeps going until turn 1. Gary Catellus spins. Caution is out, and it looks like the OU2 of Ed Weiser lost a wheel. It's rolling through turn 1. Green flag. The 221 of Robbie Torrens gets a great restart. He is way ahead of the rest of the field. Caution, no start. Brian Hutchko takes the green flag. Robbie Torrens still to the outside now, coming through turn 2. Still side by side for the lead down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Gary Catellis now trying to challenge Torrens for the second position. And spinning in turn 4 is the 40 of George Stuyvesant. He'll keep it going, keep the green flag out. White flag for Brian Hutchko. Gary Catellis now to the outside of Robbie Torrens through turn 3. 3 wide. Dan DeShide taps the brakes. Kurt Bish takes the green flag, but Garrett O'Patchen gets a good run through turn 1. He'll take the lead through turn 2, now down the back straightaway. Tony White pulls to the outside of Kurt Bish for the second position. Now coming down the front straightaway, they're still side by side there. Garrett O'Patchen still holds the lead over Tony White and Rich Mason. Three of 5 laps complete for Garrett O'Patchen. Tony White takes a peek to the inside, coming out of turn 4. He'll slide back in line as Garrett O'Patchen takes the white flag. O'Patchen coming out of turn 4 takes the heat win, followed by Tony White, Rich Mason, Kurt Bish, Brian Redicliffe, and Jennifer Barker. Green flag for Danny White. Joe Gumbash pulls to the outside of Atkinson and White through turn 1, 3 wide. He gets a good run. Coming down the back straightaway, he now holds the lead. Second position is now a battle between Tyler Atkinson and Danny White. Joe Gumbash still leads Tyler Atkinson. Atkinson now looks to the outside through turn 2. Boy, he gets a good run off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Joe Gumbash looks to the inside of Atkinson, but can't make the pass through turn 2. Halfway for Tyler Atkinson. Joe Gumbash moves to the inside of Tyler Atkinson through turn 4. Danny White gets a good run coming into turn 4. He almost pulled even with Joe Gumbash to challenge for the second position. Gumbash now to the inside of Tyler Atkinson for the lead. Through turn 2 down the back straightaway, they're still side by side. Tyler Atkinson takes the white flag. Tyler Atkinson takes the checkered flag, followed closely by Joe Gumbash and Danny White. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's amazing what momentum can do for you there.
Yeah, I'm liking the high lane a lot this year, so I think I'm gonna stay up there a lot.
Seems that you got the car dialed in.
So we're pretty excited now because 2 in a row, haven't done it in 3 years, so we're pretty happy.
Congratulations, Tyler.
Thank you.
Lots of yellow up in front. Green is out. Into 1, Charlier on the inside, Lepro on the outside as they head off a turn 2 down the back straightaway. Atala to 3rd, Beck moves to 4th. For the lead in 3 and 4, it's Charlier down low in the Froggy 27, Lepro in the 6, Atala the 0-2, Beck is 4th, and it's Steffens, Burgoon, Waring, Miley, Lucon, and Baker. Lepro still 2nd, Charlier leads, Beck is 4th, Burgoon up to 5th in car 17. Off of 4, it's still Charlier by a car length over Lepro, then Atala and Beck. Into one, the Midway Missile power slides on the inside. Tommy Beck trying to take third away from Awatala. Steve Baker gets a great run through 1 and 2. He moves up into about 7th. He started 12th. Here come your top 5 cars off of turn 4. Charlier, Lepro, Beck, Atala, and Burgoon. Baker now to 6th. Good race down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4, the battle continues. The Midway Missile out in front. Daryl Charlier hitting his marks off the inside of the racetrack. Beck now challenging Lepro for second as they head into turn number 1. Tommy Beck in the 91 moves to second. Lepro third, Atala fourth, Burgoon fifth, and Baker sixth. Steffens seventh, Miley eighth, Waring is ninth, and Lucon runs 10th. Here they all come off a turn 4 another time. It's still the Midway Missile. Tommy Beck, Lepro, Atala, and Burgoon into 1. Beck goes to the outside. In turn 2, Tommy Beck trying to sweep by Daryl Charlier, and he's got the lead down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4, Beck carrying the momentum on the top shelf. Atala with a slider. Underneath Lepro moves to 3rd. Here comes Baker to the outside of Burgoon. Trying to move up to 5th. Good battle there. 4th, 5th, and 6th off of turn 2. 3 wide down the back straightaway. 93, Bobby Marietta pitting. Your leader, Tommy Beck. Daryl Charlier second. Awatala third. Brandon Burgoon out of 4th. Lepro drops to 5th. Baker is 6th. Steffens is 7th. Steve Baker moves to 5th in car 0. Lepro is 6th. Steffens 7th. Ben Miley 8th. Kyle Lucon and Brandon Waring side by side for 9th and 10th. 8 laps are down, 17 to go. Tommy Beck was your winner here opening night, and he is flat out flying. Down the back straightaways, he closes on the 2M of Chuck Medved. Into 3. Beck right up on the top side, rolls her through 3 and 4 to lap the 2M car. Charlier second, Atala third, Burgoon 4th, and Baker is 5th. Steffens now 6th, Lepro 7th, Miley 8th, Lucon 9th, and Waring runs 10th. Beck in front by a straightaway. Tommy off the outside of turn 4, and he swings between the wall and Larry Marks. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. Charlier and Atala in a heck of a race for second now with Burgoon right behind them. In 1 and 2, they get around the 2M of Chuck Medved. Double B, Brandon Burgoon closing on Atala and Charlier as they race into 3. Nearly 3 wide for second here in turn 4. Charlier up top. Atala follows him, and Burgoon's down on the inside. 11 laps are down. Meantime, Tommy Beck continues to fly around the racetrack. He's in turn 3. Steve Baker trying to join those 3 cars in that race for second, third, and fourth. He's still 5th. Into 3 and 4. They're almost 3 wide again in turn 4. Larry Marks is right in the middle of the racetrack. Here they come. Atala's going to make it by Charlier for second. Burgoon goes to the inside of Marks. Charlier's on the outside. Tommy Beck needs to slow down. We'd have a heck of a race. He is really going. Halfway, 12 to go. Atala second, Burgoon third, Charlier fourth, and Baker 5th. Beck leads. Steffens runs 6th. Lucon is 7th now. Miley 8th. And Waring 9th. Tommy Beck into turn 3. Atala, Burgoon, Baker now to the inside of Charlier for 4th down the back chute. It's still the Midway Missile 4th. Baker is 5th. Tommy Beck maintains his straightaway lead. Baker able to get by Charlier. Not yet. The Midway Missile trying to come back at the West Virginia Rim Rider off at turn 2 down the back straightaway. Good race there for 4th and 5th as they head into turn number 3. Baker now slides up in front of Charlier. He's got the pass made. He's 4th. Charlier is 5th. Steffens 6th. Kyle Lucon is 7th and closing on Steffens. Atala starting to close into Tommy Beck's lead, but we're running out of laps. He's definitely closing in. We've got 8 to go, and Atala has cut the lead to a half a straightaway. He was a straightaway behind just a few laps ago. He's now cut it in half. Down the back chute, Tommy Beck trying to lap Michael Norris, and Alatala is closing in. Burgoon third, Baker fourth. Beck slides up in front of Norris to put him a lap down off of turn 4. 7 laps to go, 7 to go. Into turn 1, it's still Tommy Beck. Alatala is on the charge in the 0-2 as he continues to close in. He moves by the 72 of Michael Norris. B1, Brandon Waring is pitting. Waring into the pit. 6 laps to go, 6 to go. Beck still your leader over Atala. Down the back straightaway, Atala within striking distance now. We've got 5 to go, and he has taken that car all he can into the turns. Beck's car may be a little loose here at the end. The back end starting to hang out a bit. 5 laps to go. Burgoon wants to make it a 3-car race. Baker is still 4th by himself off of turn number 4. Down the back straightaway, it's Beck. Atala now within 3 car lengths into 3. Larry Marks right there, and here comes Atala to the inside. Marks is going to find himself in the middle of a battle for the lead off of turn 4. He pushes up. Both cars are able to get by. Atala, though, loses all kind of momentum. Look at them go in and out, up and down. Atala maybe higher than he wanted in turn 2, and now he's got Brandon Burgoon closing in. They're coming for 3 to go this time by. Atala back on the charge. Burgoon right with them. They slide up the banking in turn 4. 3 laps to go. Tommy Beck in front. Daryl Charlier, such a good run early, has retired to the pits in the 27C. And Tommy Beck now, I don't know, he might not have known Atala was that close. It might have woke him up there as he has started to rally again in the 91, extending the advantage with 2 laps to go. 2 to go. Atala and Burgoon right there, though. No room for error here as with a lap and a half to go. Baker 4th. Kyle Lucon now has moved all the way to the top 5. Kyle Lucon up to 5th in car 1. Steffens is 6th. Here they come. 1 lap to go. Beck, Atala, and Burgoon. Baker in a battle with a couple of lap cars through 3 and 4 is able to split them. He is 4th. Down the back straightaway, he won his first ever Super Late Model feature here on opening night in 2009. He's been fast at times all season, hasn't had a lot of luck. Tommy Beck off the outside is going to win again in the 91 car. Atala 2nd, Burgoon 3rd. Steve Baker in the 0 car will come home 4th. Who's going to get 5th? Cal Lucon up high, Jimmy Steffens down low. Lucon 5th, Steffens 6th, Miley 7th. One opening night, and it's not like you haven't been fast between then and now, but you haven't. Seems like things have gone wrong here or gone wrong there. But what a race tonight!
Yeah, it seems like if you stick around the top 5 enough, and you can be satisfied. You know, one's going to come through sooner or later. It might not have looked like it, but I was really tight tonight. About halfway, I was starting to give up on wrestling with it and slowing down a little bit. And I knew they were catching up, but I almost tagged the wall 3 or 4 times. I thought it'd be better to get past and look like an idiot and tag the wall when I was leading. So,
but with 5 to go. When you come up upon the lap car, did you realize then that Al was there and you had to go again?
I was coming up on him on the outside, and I saw he was moving up a little bit. I was being cautious, and I saw Atala, and I knew I was thinking, boy, I sure hope I'm far enough up against him, but I was either getting the wall or going past him on the outside. So, yeah, but yeah, I saw Al down there after that, and I tried to pick it up a little bit. So.
Well, you did, because I thought from lap 5 through 15, you couldn't go much faster on this place. You were just gone.
It felt really good. The bad thing was I was starting to get uncomfortable just because it had a little push in the middle, and every once in a while it would start going up and getting closer to the wall as the top was going away. But the car's been awesome. I mean, my dad and our crew and Chris and my mom, everybody's been doing an awesome job on the car. I mean, we started kind of branching out on our own a little bit. Guys from Rocket have been helping us. We kind of be surprised how many ideas from the asphalt car are on this thing right now. So,
people you want to thank?
Got to thank my mom and dad, obviously our crew. Got to thank Chris. I got to thank pretty much everybody that helps us, and I think that's it for right now. So,
all right. How about a nice hand, folks, for Tommy Beck, your winner of the Dirt Cars Super Late Models for the 2nd time. Scott Schemp from the pole has got the lead right now. Look out off of turn 2. Dennis Niederreiter does a good job of straightening out the 09. He lost a bunch of spots. Your leader is Schemp. Curry is second. Laura Lucan third. Justin Lamb fourth. Kyle Lucan fifth. And we got a problem on the front chute. It's the 7 of Rocky Kugel that ends up turned around. Not sure how that happened. Rocky Kugel in car 7. And the green is out. Scott Schemp still your leader. Second is Dusty Curry. Justin Lamb is third. Then it's Laura Lucan, Dave Wade, Mark Moats Jr., Kyle Lucan, all running together here off of 4. Michael Reft and Bo Glumba still side by side as they were on the restart. Dusty Curry trying to take the lead away from Scott Schemp in turn 2 down the back straightaway. Schemp trying to squeeze between Curry and the wall as they head into 3. In turn 4, still Scott Schemp by just a half a car length into turn 1. Dusty Curry will spin the car. He collects the 76 of Dave Wade, the 84 of Lucan. A bunch of cars crashed over in turn 2. Dusty Curry, the second place car, spinning out, and when he came up across the racetrack, Curry in the 8 spinning the car, and when he did and came up across, a bunch of cars gathered up over there. He was going to glance off the wall, but he was able to keep it from the wall. Made a little bit of contact with the 8 car. Green is back out. Scott Schemp is still your leader. Off at turn number 2, Kyle. And the 09 of Dennis Niederreiter back onto the racetrack. Lucan to the outside. Justin Lamb and Dave Wade down low. Wade way down on the bottom of the stage. He pushes up, collects the 93X. Wade saves the car. And Scott Schemp is still your leader. Michael Reft with a good run down the back straightaway in the 9 car, trying to move up into 4th. It's Schemp in front of Lucan. Michael Reft now to 3rd. Justin Lamb drops to 4th, and here comes Tommy Dembowski in the 79, closing on Lamb for 4th. Lamb may have a tire going down. 93X, the handle has gone away on it. Meantime, in turn 2, it's still Scott Schemp. Kyle Lucan second, Michael Reft third. Justin Lamb with a problem, and the 93X has slowed down on the back straightaway. Caution is out. Caution is out. Caution on the back straightaway for the 93X of Justin Lamb. Just a guess, he took a hard hit on the left rear when he and Dave Wade got together in turn 4, and the car hasn't been the same since. He's into the pits, and Dave Wade has also pitted in car 76, the Youngling 76. It'll be 75, a slow pace as we come to turn number 4. It's the Cindy's Catering 1 alongside of Kyle Lucan, and the green is back out. Good restart for Scott Schemp. Scott Schemp and Kyle Lucan battle on in turn 3. Reft is 3rd, Dembowski 4th, and Rocky Kugel all the way into the top 5 in the 7 car. Off of 4, Lucan down low, Schemp up high. Wheel to wheel into turn number 1. Definitely 2, 3, 4 distinct grooves out there tonight. Pick your lane and go for it. In 4, Lucan has the upper hand, but coming off on the outside, it's still Scott Schemp by car length at the flag stand. A dozen laps to go. Michael Reft in the catbird seat in 3rd. Rocky Kugel was fourth now. Tommy Dembowski fifth, and it's Steve Beatty sixth. Colton Flinner seventh. Dennis Niederreiter eighth. Dusty Curry ninth, and Ken Chernick is 10th. Ref trying to work the inside of Lucan now for second. Into the first turn. Scott Shemp in front. Kyle Lucan just ahead of Michael Ref for second. Rocky Kugel fourth, trying to close in on the top three. Beatty is now fifth in the B4. Look at this race off of 4. Lucan may have a tire going down in the one car. The one car may have a right rear going flat. He can't get the car to turn. Looks like the right rear is going down, or something wrong with the shock on the right rear of that car. See tricycles around the racetrack, but it won't turn. He's still on the gas. Michael Ref trying to take the lead away from Scott Shemp down the front chute. Ref will lead lap 11. He is purring along on the inside of the McGurvey Electric number 9. He has got the lead off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Rocky Kugel now around Kyle Lucan, trying to take over third. Lucan back to fourth. Steve Beatty is fifth. 8 laps to go. 8 to go. Michael Reff's second season in the Pro Late Models, moving out of the Young Gun division. The lead is growing. The McGurvey Electric Bobby's Lounge Stewart Equipment Service Rocket. Rocky Kugel third, Kyle Lucan fourth, Steve Beatty fifth, Colton Flinner is sixth, Dembowski is seventh, Niederreiter eighth, Curry runs ninth, and Justin Lamb currently is 10th unofficially. 6 laps to go. Michael Reft, your leader in turn 1, the 15-year-old out of Whitehall. He's got some traffic he's going to have to contend with here very, very soon. One of the top dogs in the Young Gun division for a couple of years, and last year moved into the crate lanes toward the end of the season, middle part of the season. He's had some bright runs this year, but by far this the first, but now he's trying to squeeze under Mark Moats Jr. in turn 4, and he does. 4 laps to go for Michael Reft. Almost a straightaway lead now over Scott Shemp, who's looking for his career best run in second. Rocky Kugel third. Kyle Lucan fourth with that ill-handling number 1 car. He's having to wrestle it around the racetrack. Steve Beatty and Colton Flinner are right behind him. Reft in the middle of traffic in turn 1. 3 to go. He'll pass Ken Chernick. He is really sailing down the back chute. Looking for that first Pro Late Model feature win. In impressive fashion if he can hang on. 2 laps to go. 2 laps remaining. He's got 4 lap cars between himself and Scott Shemp. Rocky Kugel not far behind Shemp now in third. Lucan still fourth, just ahead of Steve Beatty and Colton Flinner. That's a good 3-car battle there. As Lucan continues to work the wheel and try to steer the one through the fences. A lap to go for Michael Reft. 1 lap to go. Scott Shemp now trying to lap Mark Moats Jr., your second place car. Rocky Kugel right behind him. Reft around the 5J of Darrell Dow down the back straightaway. This will be his first in the Brockers Machine Shop Pro Lates. Just a teenager out of Whitehall. Michael Reft gets the win. The race for second off of turn number 4. It's going to be Scott Shemp, a career best second. Rocky Kugel third. Your points leader, Steve Beatty fourth, Colton Flinner fifth, and Kyle Lucan will get 5th. Are you still 15 or have you hit 16 yet?
No, I'm still 15.
Still 15, can't drive on the street but can drive on the racetrack.
Well,
Not a bad deal though, right?
yeah, very good.
What about this car tonight? You were able to work on the inside when no one else could.
Yeah, I was hooking up on the inside. I was real surprised.
Something different, or you just hit it right?
No, just hitting it right.
When you got the lead, did it really feel like the thing took off? Because the last half of the race, you were really flying.
Yeah, when I got out there, I just saw the checker and I just kept going.
Keep going, keep going. Don't look back. Anybody give you signals, or you just pay attention to the racetrack?
I was looking for signals, but I didn't see no one.
Sometimes it's best not to worry about that and just go. People you want to thank?
John Varney Auto Service, Bobby's Lounge, Life Force Chiropractic, Pete and Paul Reck, Tim Calfo, Tim, my dad especially, because he's working on this all day, every day, and everybody else helped put on the car.
You know, when you started this last year, you probably thought this is never going to happen.
Yeah, true, but it happened.
It did happen. How about a nice hand, folks? Michael Reft, your winner in the Brockers Machine Shop Pro Lates. Green is out, green is out. Here we go. We're racing Wacky Wheels Figure 8 Demo Derby. It's Sam the Man McGurvey from the pole. Oh, bang. McGurvey still your leader. One lap down. Here comes last winner, Joe Podolinsky. He's in front now. Podolinsky in front. McGurvey puts the bumper to him. Whoa, he hits him again. Jake the Snake Simmons trying to make it a three-car battle. He goes up to banking. McGurvey trying to get by Podolinsky again. Ian Tomai is fourth. The Danimal Danny Rich in fifth. And we might have a new leader here. Look out. No, it's still Podolinsky. No, he gets whammed in the crossfire. McGurvey's your new leader in the 0. 10 car never completed the lap. 10 car never completed the lap. Jake the Snake Simmons says, look out, guys, I'm coming to the front. It's still Sam McGurvey. Oh, bang. 10 car did not complete that lap. They're going to shove him the whole way to the airport by the looks of it. The 0 car still your leader. But maybe not for long. Here comes the 56 of Joe Podolinsky. Sam McGurvey, John, they were side by side. The Snake, Jake the Snake still in third. He was anyway, and he still is. Sam McGurvey. Oh, he gets turned around in the crosshairs. The Snake gets turned around. We're getting close to the finish. 2 laps to go. 56 car, your leader, Joe Podolinsky. Big lead. Oh. How many laps? We got 5 to go now. I'm trying to reach up for our flagman's hands. Car 56 has got a huge lead. He's about lapping the field. He's still in front. Here they come. Man, I don't know who's leading this thing now. It's 56 car, but after that, it's anybody's guess. '56 has got laps on everybody. Everybody else just wrecking one another. They hit him and it don't matter. He just keeps going. He takes the white flag. Joe Podolinsky's going to make it 2 in a row here in the Wacky Wheels Figure 8. Oh, Ian Tomai going to make him work for it. There's your winner, Joe Podolinsky. Race is over, race is over, race is over. Hey, what's the secret to winning these? Because you're 2 for 2. 2 in a row.
You got to be smart.
Smart.
Yeah, you got to be smart. You got to stay.
Saying the rest of them guys aren't smart.
I'm not saying that, but they like to hit too much.
Hit to, see, I do think they get carried away once in a while. You took a few shots, but you didn't seem to rattle you.
Just try to drive through it. That's all I try to do.
So this car's pretty strong.
And it's pretty strong.
You coming back in 3 weeks?
Yes, sir.
All right, Joe Podolinsky, ladies and gentlemen, your winner the second time in a row for the Wacky Wheels Figure 8. Green is out. In turn 2, it's Tom Martinek to the outside of Denny Nakutis. He takes the lead. Kerry Gasser and Clayton Kennedy side by side for third into turn 3. J.E. Stalter moves to 5th in the 17 J.E. Clayton Kennedy goes to 2nd. And spinning is the 13 of Brad Westover. Bob Damron in the 12 had nowhere to go. 13W, Brad Westover, the Budget Racers Supply RLA chassis, spinning the car. When he came down across, Bob Damron in the DPC Auto Jacks Sunshine Shop Tanning had nowhere to go. Kaboom. Tom Martinek, your leader in the 65. He is elected to go inside. His choice. Good start. Green is back out. Clayton Kennedy to 2nd. Here comes the midway missile. Ooh, baby. Into 3. He's got her cranked up on the high side. Here they come off of 4. And Charlier, oh, contact. Martinek gets crossed up. Kennedy gets crossed up. We got cars wrecked on the front straightaway, and the yellow is out. Martinek into the pits in the 65. The 9 of Clayton Kennedy will be coming back out of the pits in the 9 car. J.E. Stalter, your leader. Kerry Gasser is 2nd. J.J. Bamitrider 3rd. Clayton Kennedy back onto the racetrack in car number 9, still on the lead lap. In turn 2, Kerry Gasser goes to the inside of J.E. Stalter and goes by him for the lead. J.J. Bamitrider 3rd now in the Stushes Automotive 74. Right behind the over and under construction Trison Concrete Hanover Ford 17. Kevin Miller is 4th and Denny Nakuta still 5th. Kerry Gasser down the back straightaway. The Gasser chair, Woodruff Carbs, 0K. So close to getting the win last week. And the 3rd place car, J.J. Bamitrider, spins. Caution is out for the 74 of J.J. Bamitrider, who was running 3rd. Year before that as well. Green is out. Stalter a little slow in the start. Jared Dumhoff in the 1 car up into 2nd. Stalter 3rd. Kevin Miller is 4th. 74 car's got problems. J.J. Bamitrotter in the 74 trying to steer his car back into the pits. He's got real problems on the right front of that car. He'll be headed to the pits. 4 laps to go. Kerry Gasser, J.E. Stalter back into second. Jared Dumhoff third, Kevin Miller fourth, Denny Nakutis running fifth, and Clayton Kennedy and Brad Westover as they roll around 1 and 2. Stalter trying to close back in on Kerry Gasser. Three more times around the Monster Half Mile for the Miley Truck Rental UMP Modifieds. Clayton Kennedy is charged back up into the top 5 in the number 9. Two to go. 48 car of Denny Nakutis keeps her going. The green is still out. Green is still out. J.E. Stalter continues to close. Remember last week, Kerry Gasser looked like she had it in the bag, and Daryl Charlier came out of nowhere to win it. We've got one more lap to go. Gasser trying to get that checkered flag, and Stalter trying to get his first of the season. Through 1 and 2, it's still Kerry Gasser. J.E. Stalter closing in a car length or 2 down the back straightaway. This is the checkered flag lap off of turn 4, trying to win her second of the season, and she'll get it. The racing mom from Vienna, Ohio, Kerry Gasser over J.E. Stalter. Jared Dumhoff, a career best third, Kevin Miller fourth, and Clayton Kennedy fifth. Son, I know. Is this the first time he's been here when you've won?
Yes, it is.
Now he's got to come back and back and back.
I know. I think he's good luck.
What a race.
I know. I don't know how close they were behind, but I didn't change a thing.
From last week?
Oh, last week. Let's not talk about that.
Made the car just set up pretty much the same, or did you make many changes?
Oh, no. We made some changes. We went over a lot of stuff because we had some parts that went bad on us, so.
But tonight, you were pretty good down low.
Yeah, I was trying to keep her down there. It's hard to keep her down there when you don't run down there.
Do you get a feel for where you think the car's better?
No, I kind of watched the races before me and seeing that the bottom was working for some, so I had to try it. I tried high one time and it was kind of slick up there, so just moved down.
People you want to thank. This is the first time you've won 2 in a year, right?
Yes, it is. This is my 3rd race I won, so yeah.
3rd career, but this is the 2nd this year.
Right. Yeah, hopefully there'll be more.
Right, people you want to thank.
Yeah, I forgot to thank my mom and my stepdad last time because they watch my son for me every time I come here and race. So I want to thank them. I want to thank my husband, my brother, and my dad for working on the car. Joe for getting me in that late model because I think it boosted my E-mod skills. And we don't really have any sponsors, but wish we did. Hint, hint.
Hit. All right, how about a nice hand, folks, for Kerry Gasser, your winner in the Miley Truck Rental Modifieds. Craig Kitselis, last week's winner, grabs the early lead in the 64. 3 wide for 3rd. Steve Webb is 2nd. Hanley, Slade, and Carbo with Kachuba right there. Craig Kitselis hammered down out in front. Pat Hanley into 380, hugging the rail on the inside. Wayne Carbo alongside in the 54. They're wheel-to-wheel for 3rd now. Schwartzmiller in the 28s may have 5th. He is zipping on the low side. As Kitselis continues to lead out in front over Steve Webb. Wayne Carbo now 3rd. Pat Hanley 4th. Bob Schwartzmiller 5th. Then Nick Kachuba and Dave Slade. Schwartzmiller moves to 4th in the 20, and we got a spin. Charlie DiLoretto for the 3rd time tonight. He does a 360 and keeps going in the 81. Joey Chitwood just might hire him the way he's performing here tonight. Bobby Schwartzmiller in the 28 trying to take 3rd from Wayne Carbo. And Carbo right now running right with the 27 of Steve Webb for 2nd up in turn 4. It's Catellus in front, and Schwartzmiller goes from 4th to 2nd. Carbo trying to overhaul Webb for 3rd. Pat Hanley is 5th, Nick Kachuba 6th. Jake the Snake Simmons, who started way in the back, is on his way toward the front as well, the 68X. Bobby Schwartzmiller has caught up to race leader Craig Catellus. Pat Hanley, meantime, has moved to 3rd in the 380. Carbo is 4th. Jake the Snake Simmons trying to take 5th away from Steve Webb. Here we go for the lead off of turn 4. Catellus up high, Schwartzmiller down low. Halfway, 7 to go. Schwartzmiller may be edging ahead here into 1. Off of 2. He is in front by car length as they head into 3. Jake Simmons now has caught up to the 4th place car of Wayne Carbo and will dive to the inside of turn number 3. Schwartzmiller still in front now, completing the 2nd lap in a row. Catellus 2nd. Hanley is 3rd. Simmons into the wall. Simmons into the wall. They got water on the outside of the racetrack. I know someone must be overheating, or a radiator hose broke on somebody, because there's a trail of water right there on the outside of turn 1, and Jake Simmons got into it going into that first turn, and kabang. That has been his kind of luck this season. 9 laps are down and 6 to go. A great run for Jake Simmons goes by the wayside as he's in the pit. So is the 47 of Adam Kostelnik. Who knows, maybe he was the car running hot, not sure. Green out. Hey, Craig Catellus says, I want the lead back. And problem in turn 2. Tyler Fox in a 39 spins a car. I got a little help. He backs up. He pulls forward, and we're still racing. Craig Catellus is your leader, race fans. He's got the lead back. Bob Schwartzmiller trying to get it back. Carbo now 3rd, Hanley 4th, Steve Webb still 5th. Just over 4 to go. Craig Catellus trying to protect that inside a little better. He'd been running up top, so Bob Schwartzmiller go by him on the inside, and now he's trying to run a little lower on the racetrack. In 3 and 4, not so much in 1 and 2. Off of 2 down the back straight. Here comes Schwartzmiller back at your race leader. Oh, contact down the back chute. And Schwartzmiller spins the car, keeps her down on the guardrail. All right, we've got 4 laps to go, and the green comes back out. Catellus slips on the start. Catellus with a problem. Your new leader is Wayne Carbo. Pat Hanley is 2nd. Catellus heading for the pits, it would appear, the 64 car. Pat Weldon all of a sudden is 3rd from nowhere. Three to go. Two guys who usually battled for the lead on Friday night at Lernerville are racing out in front right now, but they've got Pat Weldon right in the mix in the 45. I'm telling you, this guy is quiet. Never see him near the front, and all of a sudden, come checkered flag, he's always there. And here he comes right off the middle of that fourth turn. Pat Weldon takes the lead. Carbo second, Hanley third, Steve Webb fourth, Bobby Heim is fifth. He started 11th at Pat Weldon. Coming off at turn number 4, this will be his third win of the year if he can bring her home one more lap. Down the back straightaway one more time in the Al's Cafe Weldon Automotive Monte Carlo. Who's going to be second? That's the question right now. Pat Weldon out of Monongahela going to win his third of the season in the 45. The drag race for second will go to Bobby Heim fourth. Bob Schwartzmiller rallies for fifth. Here we are back in victory lane, and I'm telling you, you got patience because, halfway point I look, you're like 10th, 7th, 8th, somewhere in there, and all of a sudden, every race, at the end, here you are.
Yeah, I try to bide my time all the time. I just, I didn't want to get tangled up in anything, and I figured just try and be smooth and bide my time. That's what I did.
But you got to have great confidence in this car because when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, you know you can put the hammer down and go.
Yeah, it's hasn't let me down yet, so I don't know. We're playing with a setup. We had to move some weight around real quick in the pits tonight, and it paid off. It didn't hurt the car.
No, it didn't hurt it at all. People you want to thank?
The sponsor, Al's Cafe. It's the only sponsor on the car this year. My crew. Everybody helps out on the car.
All right. Pat Weldon, ladies and gentlemen, your winner. How about a nice hand for your winner in the Sunoco Race Fuels Sportsman.
Green flag for the 11R, Brian Redcliffe. 3 wide for the second position. Rich Mason moves to the inside. He tries to take the lead. He will through turn 2. Rich Mason from 4th to the lead in 1 turn. Brian Redcliffe still holds on to the second position, but it's 3 wide for 3rd down through turn 3. Dan Deschide being pushed up next to the wall, but backs out of the gas to give room to Robbie Torrens. Now Tony White moves to the inside. He wants 3rd. Robbie Torrens getting a bump from Dan Deschide down the back straightaway. Deschide now to the outside for the 3rd position. Rich Mason ever so slightly pulling away. Leads by half a straightaway now. Rich Mason still leads Dan Deschide and Robbie Torrens. Trouble in turn 1. Kurt Bish spins. Caution is out for Kurt Bish in turn 1. Green flag for Rich Mason. Robbie Torrens gets loose through turn 2. He hangs on, but is now back to the 6th position. Rich Mason still leads Dan Deschide. Now Brian Hutchko challenging Brian Redcliffe for 3rd. Gary Catellis trying to pass Robbie Torrance for the 5th position. Coming down the back straightaway, they're door to door. He takes the lead now coming out of turn 4. Now sets his sights on Brian Redicliffe in the 4th position. Caution is out. End of turn 2. Ed Weiser spun. Green flag for Rich Mason. Dan DeShide looks to the inside through turn 1 for the lead. Brian Hutchko still waiting in 3rd to make his move. He pulls to the inside, DeShide for the 2nd position. Gary Catellis now up to 4th. Hutchko looks to the inside of DeShide again through turn 4, down the front straightaway. Dan DeShide is all over Rich Mason's back bumper. Now Brian Hutchko peeking to the inside. He'll take over the 2nd position from Dan DeShide. Now looking for the lead, side by side down the front turn. Trouble on the front straightaway. Dan DeShide spins and rolls. Dan DeShide. Dan DeShide out of the car. Dan DeShide is walking out of the car. He seems to be okay. Mason leads him out of turn 4, takes the green flag. Brian Hutchko stays to the inside through turn 1. But Mason will get a good run now coming down the back straightaway. White flag for Rich Mason. Single file going down the back straightaway. Brian Hutchko will try one more time to get around Rich Mason coming out of turn 4. He won't be able to do it. Rich Mason takes the win, followed by Brian Hutchko. Tony White and Gary Catellis. Victory lane.
Yeah, this is kind of nice. 2 weeks in a row. Car was really loose. Probably should have, tightened it up a little bit. We didn't realize it was going to be that loose, but held on. And I know Hutchko was right there, like he always is, but we pulled it off.
Well, you took the lead on the first turn. You had it the rest of the race.
Yeah, those cautions. Every time that caution comes out and you're leading the race, you're like, oh no, here we go again. But we held on and won. So,
People you'd like to thank?
Tomai's Towing, Taylor Auto Body, Bear Trucking, the Gorsuch Gang, Continental Laundry Systems, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, everybody that helps work on the car, everybody that comes out and supports me. Thanks, everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you.